Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is DividableHalo HD. Today I'm bringing you guys another commentary. Today we're going to be talking about basically, it's going to be a topic talking about like the future again, once again for the Halo Clan community, or less like basically everybody is scattered across the Halo Clan community. What I mean by that is there are still clans on Halo 4, there's clans on Halo Reach, and there's clans on Halo MCC. There's also been a couple clans that have moved over to GTA 5, which I'm going to be talking about later on this episode, but first we're going to talk about Halo Reach. Now, Halo Reach was released around 2010, or maybe even earlier than 2010, I'm not really sure, I didn't really search up the statistics, but yeah, Halo Reach was released around 2010, and everybody knows the United Nations was one of the first clans in the Halo clan community to basically launch as being the number one successful clan on Halo Reach. Now, everybody has had a lot of fun on Halo Reach, considering it was one of the only Halo games that everybody loved to play clans with clans on. Now, in Halo Reach, we didn't have a problem where there were clans that were still on Halo 3, and there was any clans that were on Halo Reach, because mainly the games were a bit similar, and a lot of people enjoyed basically playing on Reach. So why not create a clan on Reach? And Forge was probably one of the best things for the Halo clan community on Reach as well. Now, we're going to talk about Halo 4. Halo 4 was basically released by a company that was similar, or it was a different company basically, not Bungie this time. Now, 343 Industries did help with the creation of Halo Reach, but in total right now, Halo 4 was basically released only by 343 Industries. Now, 343 Industries has made a lot of mistakes on like basically the Halo franchise. And what I mean by that is basically if you take a look, Halo 3 was the best selling game for a couple of years, like 2 years or longer. Halo Reach was a year or longer, and Halo 4 was only a week. Now, that's saying something. I know Halo 2 was it for like a couple of years, but then again, technology and everything has like changed, and the games have changed and changed the franchise in total. But Halo 4 was basically supposed to be a next gen game that everybody thought was going to be amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the campaign, I love the graphics, but I did not enjoy the Forge, and I did not really that much enjoy like playing like the multiplayer as I did with Reach. Now, I did enjoy like the fast pace of it being sort of competitive, but there was a problem. There was like that one problem where I was telling you guys basically earlier in like other commentaries, and that was a problem that basically you could legit snipe someone even if you weren't looking at their head or aiming directly at the head. And I said this before, the game was targeted for basically more or less the younger audience of people who were just trying to get into Halo. Now, Halo 4 also had a lot of problems, which was Forge. It wasn't that amazing. They did not have an official Forge world like Halo Reach did, and that basically caused a lot of problems for people, like not being able to forge. Like you could forge on like a lot of maps, but a lot of the maps on Halo 4 were like basically small. So it didn't really have a good like maps for any clans to join. There was no like raiding on there. There might have been competitive stuff, but there was like definitely not much raids. Now with Forge World or Forge Island, I believe, it was released like a couple months after like Halo 4 was released. By that time, there were like some clans that were still deciding to stay on Halo 4, and it was okay for like a time being. Now, later on, a lot of clans decided to move back to Halo Reach, and that was basically it being like, oh, this game basically held the clan community up for the longest time, so let's go back to Reach. And a lot of people went back to Reach, and there were still people on Halo 4. And now to this day, there are still people on Halo 4, such as the Legions of Sin, and many more clans that I do not really know of, because I don't keep up to date with anything that's going on in Halo 4. Now, currently, there are a lot of clans on Halo Reach still, even though that there is a Master Chief Collection. So we're going to talk about the MCC. Now, going on MCC, there's basically, I believe, a couple clans on MCC. There is not that much. I know one of the clans is called the Special Forces, and then there's a clan also known as the UNR on Halo Reach, or not Halo Reach, Halo MCC. Now, those clans, they are making it by. I believe you could still have like fun game types and everything like that, but there are a lot of like problems with like servers and like basically lobbies crashing, and you can't really have that many people on there. Now, I don't know if this is fixed yet as when this video is being uploaded, but it's still not fixed for a while. But that was basically one problem. Now, a lot of people have also been sort of like dividing like the games, like, oh, we're only a Halo 2 clan now. or oh, we're only a Halo 3 clan or a Halo 1 clan, whatever it being. There's like multiple games within the franchise as well. Now, a lot of people have basically on MCC have been having problems and been like, you know what, we're gonna switch back to Halo Reach, and many of those clans being Navcom and like other clans which failed on the MCC collection. Even the UUF, I believe, tried it. I'm not really sure. That's a bit blurry for me. But yeah, a lot of clans have failed on MCC and they went back to Reach. Now, for the future games, it's probably going to hurt like a lot of people because Halo 5, it's a promising game. I played the beta and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I only played it for like one day or a couple games, but I still enjoyed it. But one thing that's going to be a problem is like if Halo MCC is bad on the next gen console, what's going to basically make people want to play Halo 5, considering that like they couldn't really like do anything with MCC. Now, if MCC is bad on Xbox One, then basically a lot of people may believe that MCC, or not MCC, Halo 5 is going to be bad, and it's basically going to leave a lot of people not like playing the Xbox One or the Halo franchise that much. Now, going back to Halo Reach, there's a lot of clans on Halo Reach. The United Golden Nations have basically returned to Halo Reach. The United Union Federation has returned to Reach. Navcom is back on Reach, and there are just countless more clans that are back on Reach. Now, these are like some of the now superpower clans, or were like they used to be superpower clans before the MCC was released, but now they're back on Reach. Now, a lot of people are saying, like, I interviewed Power, and then I had a little talk with him later before, and he was talking about saying how, like, oh, why are these clans all on Reach? Like, he was saying, like, it's a bad idea. You have so many people, like, scattered across the Halo clan community on, like, different games. And he's the one that told me, like, it's basically 6 games or more where people are divided on, like, separate, like, stuff. Like, there's Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and that's for the MCC collection. And then there's, like, Halo 4, there's Halo Reach, and I think that's 5 in total. But, yeah, there's all those type of clans, and that's basically, like, 6 games that, like, a lot of people are being separated on for like the Halo clan community. Now, going back to Halo Reach once again, there's like basically a lot of clans still on Reach, and once again, like I believe Halo Reach was released 5 years ago, and there's still clans on Reach. Now, don't get me wrong, that's like one of the best games for playing clans, and I personally still enjoy it, and I love making machinimas along with all the other like directors, even though I suck at machinimas a bit, but I'm a beginner. But yeah, so basically, the game was released 5 years ago, and we still have people back on Reach, and all the stuff is happening back on Reach. Now, a lot of like the old gamers basically are like, oh yeah, we're okay with it, and a lot of people are okay with it a bit, but it's just like, who wants to like buy like Halo Reach or like even Halo 4 when they could buy MCC, the newest game? So it's just basically leaving out like the new people joining the Halo franchise and wanting to be part of a clan, considering that basically all the like old and powerful clans are still playing on Reach, and that means there's not going to be like a new crowd or new people joining the clan community just to play. So like, I believe Lingling was telling, or not Lingling, Power was telling me this. He was basically saying like, alright, you want to join my clan? Why don't you just unplug your Xbox One, the next gen console, and plug in your old Xbox 360 and play a 5-year-old game to join this clan? And that was something that got me thinking. Like, I disagreed with a lot what he said, but that was just basically me saying like, oh, I'm in a Halo clan right now on Reach. But yeah, that was just me, basically me saying like, yeah, I'm not really supportive of what you're saying, but he was just being like truthful and honest, and I basically am accepting of what he said there. I don't know how to say it, but if all these clans are separated across the Halo, like the Halo game franchise, because basically once again we have Halo Reach, we have Halo 4, and we have the Halo MCC community. There's 3 separate games of clans, and that's probably one of the reasons why the clan community is so small right now and not as big as it was before, because we have basically too many people scattered across the community. Now, this is probably not going to change till like at least the Xbox 360 Halo servers like go down, but the community is going to grow smaller, and the reason why being that, like, I believe the Halo MCC community is going to grow bigger than the Reach, and that's because it's a next gen thing, and it's going to draw in new people into the Halo clan community for Reach. But for Halo Reach, Halo 4, basically you have the regular people, people who've been playing for a long time, and those are people that are retiring too, like, or retiring from like playing games for a while, or like just giving up gaming. And it's going to grow smaller. Like, I don't believe Halo Reach is going to be there forever. I know a lot of people are like wanting to petition to have Halo Reach remade for the Xbox One, but honestly, that's a bit stupid. That game was released 5 years ago, but Halo 3 was released like, I believe 7 or 8 years ago. I'm not really sure, but yeah, those games deserve to be remade. But Halo Reach, I don't believe it deserves to be remade just yet. And the game is still considered like one of like the greatest games, and a lot of people still play it. So yeah, I don't really know how to say it there. But Halo MCC is gonna grow. Halo Reach is just gonna grow smaller. And I know a lot of the superpower clans are on Reach saying, "Oh yeah, everything's fine," but truthfully, I can't say. But me being honest, Halo Reach, it's fun and it's good to play clans on, but it's gonna grow smaller, and a lot of people in the Halo clan community need to move on to Halo MCC. Sure, there's a lot of problems, but I'm pretty sure those problems will be fixed, because not only are us, like the Halo clan community, having problems with it, a lot of gamers in total are having problem with the Halo games. Like people that aren't even part of clans, a lot of them are complaining, and we're just basically another community that are just adding on to the complaints. Now, hey, the UNR is making it work, and so are many other clans making it work, so I'm pretty sure a lot of us can make it work. Now, I know the United Union clan, in Reach, they're saying like, oh, what we're going to have is we're going to have a full lobby of people dedicated to playing 3 hours of gameplay or something like that for a raid. And for Halo MCC, there's a problem with the server connections. But getting back to that, a lot of people were like talking about like the problem of tagging in. Now, if we have like people that are still like dedicated on Reach saying like, oh, we're gonna stay in the game for like 3 hours, like, and we're not gonna leave, then why can't we do that in MCC? Why do we need people to tag us in? Why can't the clan, the UUF, move on to Halo Reach, or not Halo Reach, Halo MCC? So yeah, I kind of just stated out my opinions here. Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed or had anything that you wanted to weigh in on this topic, be sure to leave a comment down in the description below. Like this video if you haven't already, and be sure to go subscribe to Halo Clan followers and the United Union Federation channel, which is sponsored or powered by the United Union Enterprise. Anyways, guys, I'm DividableHalo, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye-bye.